In our youth coordinator Matt's recent sermon, he used the example of Saul from 1 Samuel chapter 13 as his illustration. I want to refer back to that now. Saul's failure in 1 Samuel 13 illustrates our need for patience and obedience during trials of any kind. Trials, when we have them, they reveal either our lack of faith or the quality of our faith. They uncover our fear of man versus our fear and reverence of God. Saul and Israel's armies were under siege by the Philistines, who grossly outnumbered Israel. While under siege, fear gripped Saul's heart, but still he waited for the 7 days for the prophet Samuel to arrive. And on the 7th day, Saul lost his heart. He offered sacrifices to God without Samuel in an effort to force God's hand. And it's easy for us to accuse Saul of his lack of faith and his impatience, but we do so while conveniently forgetting that he also waited for those 7 days. The problem is that in those 7 days, his fear of man increased while his fear of God decreased. Even under pressure, whether social or psychological, financial, emotional, physical, whatever, we must remain patient on God's timing and remain obedient to His will and His ways, to worship Him, to pursue His heart. So wait on God's guidance rather than taking things into your own hands or listening to the advice of others who reject God. God will deliver you from whatever situation you're facing. He will provide for you. He will protect you. God is worth waiting for. And His words and His will be established. 1 Samuel chapter 13, verses 13 through 14 say this. Samuel said to Saul, "You have been foolish. You have not kept the command the Lord your God gave you." It was at this time that the Lord would have permanently established your reign over Israel, but now your reign will not endure. The Lord has appointed him as ruler over his people because you have not done what the Lord commanded. So, consider this. How can you practice patience in a current situation where you feel tempted to take control?